Good morning, Denny. As you know, I am touring across Europe, and instead of giving you some thoughts from some places, I decided to teach you about professional English football. So why am I doing this? Because when I'm in England, I will be attending an AFC Wimbledon game, who may or may not be going up the ladder to League One. League One, of course, is the third best league in English football, but we'll get to that later. And as you know, I was a soccer manager for 3 years, so I have a deeply rooted love in the sport. But I also know it's confusing as hell, so I'm going to simplify it. Okay, so you basically have 8 leagues that matter, 4 professional and 4 semi-professional. On the top is the Premier League. There are 20 teams that compete for the helpfully named Premier League trophy. No teams get promoted, but 3 teams get relegated. More on promotions and relegations later. And because professional football is like a fine arts school, everyone is the best, even if you aren't. So the second ring of English football is called the Champions League. The Champions League is also helpfully the first league in the Football League. It's all very confusing. There are 24 teams that compete to be the champion of the Champions League. If you're one of the top 2 teams, you automatically get promoted, and if you're part of the next 4 teams, you get to compete to be promoted. So if you're the champion of the Champions Leagues, you get promoted. But since the next season starts after about 3 months, your team can only be the champion of the Champions League until you premiere the Premier Leagues. Got it? And that brings us to promotion and relegation. Basically, this is how it works. The Premier League says to the Champions League, "Yo, give us your 3 best teams." And then the Champions League's like, "Sure, but I'm going to give my 3 worst teams to League One." And Premier's like, "Okay, like we care about League One. We're the Premier League." And the deal works out with everyone. 3 teams are promoted from League One, and then 4 teams are demoted to League Two. And League Two switches to with the National League, swiftly kicking those 2 teams from professional to semi-pro. So to briefly mention them, League One is the third league of professional football. They have 24 teams competing for 2 automatic promotion spots and 4 playoff spots for the third promotion. And League Two is the 4th and final professional tier with 3 automatic promotions and 4 competing in a tournament for this 4th spot, of which AFC Wimbledon is in. So that rounds out the 4 professional leagues of English football. These 4 compete in a tournament called the Football League Cup. It's a 7-round tournament where all different levels of professional football teams can play each other until the death, or until Liverpool wins the whole thing and we all go home crying. All 4 professional leagues, in addition to the 6 below them, compete in the FA Cup, which is something you might have heard of. It's the oldest cup in the world, and it runs from August to May. And finally, I will talk about how professional English football fits into the world as a whole, mainly through the International Federation of Association Football, or FIFA. The World Cup is a giant football tournament that happens once every 4 years, with the next one being in 2018. The English national team is based out of Wimbledon Stadium and has competed in 14 different World Cups and won the 1966 one. The team is made up of the best and brightest players from the clubs all across the country, but currently all the players are from the Premier League teams, or teams that have recently been promoted to the Premier League. So that's professional English football for you. You got the Premier League, the Champions League, League One, and League Two. And I am really hoping AFC Wimbledon makes it to League One. I will see you later. Stay super. Bye.